What's up, guys? Welcome to the third episode of Road to Boston, and in today's episode we're actually going to be covering 2 weeks because in the first week I was still sick from the previous week, so who would have thought? The 2 weeks we are going to be covering is November 7th to the 13th and then the 14th to the 20th. So starting off with the week from the 7th to the 13th, as I said earlier, I was still sick from the previous week, and so there was not much running that was happening at all. To start off the week on Sunday, I was sick and out of commission and didn't run at all. This carried through all the way until Thursday. The first day I ran during this week, it was that Friday, actually the 12th, and I went 2 miles at a 7:25 pace. Like I said, I was just not feeling the greatest. But then on Saturday, I got a little more energy and a little better of a run. I went 3 miles, but I paced it again. So I would run a mile and then I would walk like 0.1 to 0.15 miles. The first mile I ran at about 6:50 pace, then 6:40 pace, and then a 6:27 pace, which I was pretty pumped about because I think that's the fastest mile I've ran. It might have tied one from a previous week, but other than that, I was pretty happy with this run. And with these 2 runs that I had in the entire week, that brings my mileage for the week up to only 5 miles. And yeah, not the greatest week, but we recovered and then we were ready to run the next week. So getting right into the next week, from the 14th to the 20th, I ran 4 times this week. On Sunday, I took a rest day from just running the previous 2 days. But then on the 15th, on Monday, I went for 2 miles at a 7:10 pace, so a much better pace. And then Tuesday, because I was still getting over sickness, I figured I'd give myself 1 more rest day before I hit back-to-back runs. So we didn't run Tuesday. But then on Wednesday, I was feeling pretty good and feeling pretty ambitious, so I decided to try another pace day. And the first mile I ran about 6:50 again. Second mile though, I ran at 6:27 again, which was a very fast mile. And then the third mile I went 6 minutes, but only for half a mile. I couldn't keep that pace anymore. I think the combination of running the 2 miles beforehand and just the increased pace was just a little too much too fast. And then on Thursday, it was the first day I ran back to back in a while. I went for 3 miles at a 6:58 pace, which I was pretty pumped about because that's under 7 minutes. So we're getting closer to that time where I want to be, in that 6:30 to like 6:50 range. And then Friday was a no run day. I just biked and I stretched and gave myself a little bit of a break. And then on Saturday, it was time for the long run of the week. And instead of going on the treadmill or going like down and back on a path like I did earlier, I decided to run out to the M, which is a very hilly run, and it's about 5.5 miles or so. So the average time for my 5.5 miles was 7:40. However, the last mile, the 1.5 miles, is pretty hilly and a lot more intense than the first couple miles. In the first couple miles, I ran at about a 7 to 7:10 pace, and then the last 1.5 to 2 miles was almost 8 minutes. So that just goes to show how intense that run was. So with that run on Saturday, it brings our total miles ran in the week 4 of the Road to Boston up to 13 miles with a total average pace of 7 minutes and 12 seconds per mile. And I'm pretty happy with this pace, and being the first week of being back and running full out, I'm pretty excited with this. I think I could have gotten that pace down a little bit if my run out to the M was a little faster, maybe not as hilly. I probably could have picked up and gotten that down to like 7:08 pace for the week. But overall, like I said, I'm very happy with this week of running. I'm getting back into it and putting miles back on it, and hopefully I can continue this trend and add another mile or 2 next week and the week after that and keep my pace going. Well, that wraps up our week 3 and 4 Road to Boston. Thank you for watching. As always, be sure to destroy that like and subscribe button, and see you next time. Peace.